Well, we've got an update on Miss Blake Lively's settlement negotiations, and I've got an update on Nancy Benet Ramsey. I hope you're ready for it. Lots to get into. Let's dive in. This is No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. What's up, guys? Welcome on in, welcome on in, welcome on in. Happy Friday. Hello. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Astrid. Hi, Mac. Hi, Joy. Hi, Tanya. Zach coming in. Oh my God, you guys, I did something bad yesterday. I did something so bad, and I have to apologize for it, but I let the intrusive thoughts win. I went it. Thank you for reminding me, Tanya. Donna Bowling was live on Daily Dose of Donna yesterday, and I popped into her live chat and I started typing, and I knew I shouldn't have, but I did. And again, I let the intrusive thoughts win. So when you get mad at me, just remember I tried, but like I was at my wit's end, and I announced in the live chat that they found Nancy Benet Ramsey, which is what I'm calling Nancy Guthrie from here on out. I said, they found Nancy. And then John was like, what? They found Nancy? What? And then the live chat was like, what? They found Nancy? What? And then I was like, just kidding. Luckily, Donna knows you too well. Yeah, you got in trouble. I laughed so much. Oof. Listen, Heather says intrusive thoughts always win sometimes. Yeah. Y'all know Zach is impulsivity late. Give him some time to show up. Oh, yeah, impulsive. Yes. What the heck? I know. It was bad. It was crazy. Lee Shelton said, I started laughing so hard. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm glad the live chat here has a sense of humor, because Donna's live chat did not feel the same. There were so many Barbaras, and they're like, not cool, Zach, not cool. That's somebody so disrespectful. That's disrespectful. You know what's disrespectful? The fact that they haven't found this lady. The fact that we have a whole lady that has been missing for 13 days now, and we haven't found her. Okay, that's more disrespectful. I think it's way more disrespectful than at this point laughing at the ridiculousness of it, laughing at what a circus this has become. This whole thing has become such a circus. Like, nobody's even posting updates anymore. Now they're just posting memes. I have to say, of all the ways I don't want to die, dying a meme is right at the top of the list. Like, I would hate to live my whole life and to be a sweet, wholesome grandma only to die a meme. Like, I mean, my God, like, what an awful way to go out, you know? Love says, what's disrespectful is the family and the sheriff letting politics get into this and not letting the FBI help, right? That's crazy. So that's basically the latest update on Nancy Benet Ramsey, is that the sheriff's department is not wanting to cooperate with the FBI, which is why, because we've all been asking questions over the last couple of days, like, why are they just now going? Why are they only canvassing now? Why are they going back into Annie's house? Why are they going back into Nancy's house? Which they went back into Nancy's house and determined, we have a description of the perpetrator. Actually, I'm going to read you the description that they released for us here, because I'm pretty sure we're going to crack the code after this. Okay. The suspect is male, approximately 5'9", 5'10", with an average build, wearing a black Ozark backpack. That's it. An average looking dude somewhere in America. So keep an eye out, everybody. Like, it's become a joke. I'm sorry. It's become a joke. I have no idea where Nancy Benet Ramsey is, and I feel horrible about that. You guys know I was so invested. I was all in. I was ready, right? Like, we were investigating this. I feel like we cracked the code. Okay, maybe we didn't get all the fine details, but I feel like we cracked the code. Like, I'm still betting my money on it being the sister and or brother-in-law. Like, it was either one of them or both. Okay. Ariana says, I'm turning you in, Zach. Actually, I'm 5'8", so I fall just underneath the window. They said approximately 5'9" to 5'10". You know why? Because they came in with scanners and they scanned the porch. They put a whole tent up yesterday and they scanned the porch to determine how tall the guy is that took Nancy Benet Ramsey. And I mean, I was like, I think the people, the sleuths on X already determined he was about 5'10". I guesstimated between 5'10". I said no more than 5'11". That was my guesstimate just by looking at the footage. And we needed 4 more days and a whole white tent and technology to determine that it was. Get the tape measure. It's really not that hard, you know? Oh my God, it's crazy. But so the other latest, so okay, here are the things that have happened in the last 24 hours. They found the glove outside on the road, and then they found out that it was a man whose average build and about 5-ish, 5'10-ish. And he was wearing a backpack. And then they found, this is the real kicker. They found this is the most recent update. They found a glove inside the house. They found a glove inside Nancy Guthrie's house. And that was on day 12. Okay, that was yesterday. They found a glove inside the house. I'm like, on day 12, you found a glove inside the house. Is Nancy, did you check under the bed? Is Nancy under the bed? We just found the glove inside the house? What? On top of the glove out, like, did he go in? He left one glove here, and then he went out on the road and he left another glove there. And it's like, we're just doing the hokey pokey with the evidence. It was the Hamburglar. That's the thing, guys. I hate that we're now laughing at it, but it's become entirely wackadoodle time. Wackadoodle crazy. Like it's insane to me. And I feel bad that poor Nancy Benet Ramsey has now, gone out as a meme, but like 12 days to find a glove. The glove could be OJ's for all we know. I genuinely cannot. Let's see. Hold on. We do have there. Then we got this morning. Okay. This is, I don't even know this. So this is not official from the FBI, but we got this. Fox News and Court TV decided to put this out from a woman named Lois Gibson. She decided, based off of this masked man, she put together a drawing of what she thinks he looks like, which I don't know how these profiles typically work. This man has a whole lot of hair for having a whole ski mask all over his face. We can't really see his eyebrows. All we really know are his eyes. We can't see his nose or how big it is or the shape of it. Like, it's literally, the mask is so thick and it's covering his entire face. I don't know how we determined that this was the dude, but we've now determined that this is apparently what the dude looks like. This is not from the FBI. This is from Lois, who sent it to Fox, and she sent it to Court TV, and Fox and Court TV have put it out there as like, hey, this Lois lady has a little experience and she thinks that this may be the perp. Okay. But on top of that, look at this. Boom. I don't know. Looks suspicious. Kind of looks like Annie with a goatee, right? I still have not determined that Annie did not take her own mother. And at this point, if Annie did take her own mother, I think Annie just needs to come clean. Like, just listen, just come clean. Let us know where the body's at so we can bury this poor woman in peace and move on. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Annie's eyes look like those eyes. They look exactly like those eyes. It looks exactly like Annie. Like, I'm not convinced that it's not Annie, And then we got another guy. He, I guess, was spotted on some other camera footage, just kind of like scoping out the space. So he may be a potential suspect. Who knows who he is or what he's doing or why he was there. I don't think this is the guy, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, he looks a little suspicious. Yeah, he was caught on some surveillance footage. But like, why? Again, this doesn't have the traces of a normal kidnapping, because like the Bitcoin and the ransom, all the ransom notes to Harvey Levin. Harvey Levin got another ransom note yesterday. And the person that wrote the new email, well, actually, it wasn't a ransom note. It was a demand for, they wanted 1 Bitcoin in exchange for information that they have about the perpetrator and about the suspect. They're like, I have information, give me 1 Bitcoin, which why everything is in Bitcoin, I don't understand. Like, how do you even use Bitcoin? What do you do with Bitcoin? You can't go to Amazon and buy with Bitcoin. You can't go to the market and buy with Bitcoin. Can you buy a house with Bitcoin? What do you do with Bitcoin? I don't understand why. Like, this is like an advertisement for Bitcoin and for Nest cameras. That's the slogan of the Nancy Benet Ramsey case right now. Okay, always get the subscription, never lose the grandma. It's insane to me. I don't get it. I think Harvey Levin might be Harvey Levin's Bitcoin account. The fact that Harvey Levin keeps going on TV with his exclusive emails with the damn kidnapper, alleged kidnapper, ransomer, who knows? But the funniest one was the email that came in yesterday afternoon. Harvey Levin's like, exclusive. And then the email literally says, I'm not being taken seriously. No fucking shit. None of this is being taken seriously, okay? We have a whole old lady that has been missing for 13 days now. She's gone. Poof, nobody knows where she went. She has a pacemaker that's tracked to her iPhone, and yet we can't find her. We have no idea what happened to Nancy Benet Ramsey. What? Zach, I'm with you. No idea about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just, it's so weird, you know? It's so weird. There's another company sent us peptides in 2 separate deliveries. What? It's dark comedy. It is dark comedy. It is. They need traffic cameras that actually work in that time. Yeah, I guess they have traffic cameras, but the traffic cameras don't film anything. Hey guys, don't go to Tucson. Don't go missing in Tucson because it's going to be a cold case. The fact that we can even have another JonBenet Ramsey. And the thing is, JonBenet Ramsey was an innocent little girl. This is a whole grown woman. How do you, like, it's not like you can just put her in a backpack. Like, it's a whole woman that we lost. Somebody's grandma just poof and disappeared. There's no way that this is a kidnapping. There's no way that this is a ransom. There's no way that, like, all of that is fake and gay. Not to quote Candace Owens, but it's fake and gay. Sorry. I'm just going to say it here and now. I know, like, we were so serious on this case, and this case has turned into such a mockery. Do not go missing in Tucson, Arizona. Simi Saran says, love your videos, Zach. Thank you. I appreciate that, my love. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for the love and the support. Thank you for the super chat. You guys are thebomb.com. I love you. I appreciate you. You guys are thebomb.com. But these are just a few of my favorite memes. This one has Harvey Levin dressed in a sheriff's outfit. It says, Sheriff Harvey Levin, give us a daily update on the investigation, right? Like, Harvey Levin's been leading the case here. Or here's another one. This is from Molly, my friend Molly Dare. She texted me this one this morning. She's like, you guys, I've put it together. She drafted an email that she thinks Harvey Levin should send to the kidnapper that keeps emailing him about the Bitcoin. It says, to kidnapper from Harvey Levin. Dear Mr. Bitcoin, we are offering up a new deal. Nanos, Sheriff Nanos, in exchange for Nancy. You have until 5 p.m. to respond. XO Harvey. I mean, honestly, all the deadlines for the damn Bitcoin. We how many damn letters have we gotten for the Bitcoin? And all the deadlines are at 5 p.m. someday. My goodness. Right? 150 pounds have never disappeared so quickly into thin air. Like, I'm convinced aliens abducted Nancy Guthrie. Sorry, Nancy Benet Ramsey. That's how I'm referring to her from here on out. So if that hurts your feelings, go cry somewhere else. Because at this point, this joke has become a true mockery. This entire case is wackadoodle crazy. Wackadoodle crazy. The fact that Nancy where's Savannah? That's my other question. I woke up this morning thinking, what happened to, where did Savannah go? Where's Annie? Where did the family go? Like, they were out there. They were putting videos out, trying to talk to the kidnapper, alleged kidnapper. And then they just stopped doing videos. Like, they were a united front, all three of them. And now they're gone. We don't see them anymore. Like, and some people are like, well, they want privacy. Privacy? Their mother is missing. This is not normal behavior for a family. Like, you should be out there with matching t-shirts with your mother's face on them, like a normal family that's going out there digging through the brush. Put her face on a milk carton, put her face on a flyer, go on the news, be like, we're trying to find my mother. Please, if you see anything, please. And then you're holding up the photo and you're in the press conference. We haven't seen them in one press conference. Savannah Guthrie hasn't been on NBC News one time. That's her whole news station, her national news station, and she hasn't been on there one time. I don't know. It's giving fake and gay. I'm very, it's very interesting. It's very peculiar. I don't know. Natalie says, I'm not trying to be negative, but how does an 80-year-old lady survive without her meds? Natalie, I'm sorry, but like, I think that ship has sailed a long time ago. I think we're all pretty clear. We're all pretty clear on, I don't think, unless she is still out there with her kidnapper, and she's just like chilling in a bunker. I saw this one. This one was funny from Nerd Bird Mafia. It's an old lady just sitting there, like looking off, like annoyed. And it says Nancy Guthrie sitting with her kidnappers on day 13, watching this shit show unfold. I feel like that's how we're all feeling right now. Like, honestly, why hasn't there been a public vigil with the family leading? The family is in hiding, and I don't know why. And I'm thinking maybe they're divided. Maybe they're fighting. Like, Savannah hasn't even posted any new videos. We had the video with her and her siblings, right? And then the brother posted a video by himself. And then we had a video with the 3 siblings again. And then Savannah posted a video by herself. And since then, no new videos, no videos together, no videos solo. Like, they've just gone complete silent. Like, they want to hide from the world. This is not the time to hide. This is the time you go searching for your mother. Like, I wasn't judging them. I was very much against, even when the first video came out and people were like, "Oh, I think the sister's acting a little sus." I was like, "No, guys, she just lost her mom. She's grieving. She's in shock." Like, I was defending Annie. And then I was like, "No, I'm on to Annie." And then I was like, "Guys, don't judge the family. Savannah's wearing makeup in her new video. It's okay. Don't judge her. She's, now I'm like, nah, TikTok was onto something, because now you guys are really looking suspicious. And I don't want to blame the family, but everything about this case is crazy. Where the hell is Nancy Benet Ramsey? I can't post it. But that's the thing. She's posting stuff on Instagram, but she's not posting herself. The old photos on Instagram, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Octavia says, I'm even questioning Savannah now. Exactly. And then we're hearing that the sheriff is hiding evidence from the FBI, and they're having some sort of pissing match right now. Cug says, people go to the dark web and exchange websites and sell Bitcoin for 25% loss. This is the hardest way to get a ransom. Right? It's crazy. The Epstein, I'm going to tell you this. I was like, this has nothing to do with Epstein. Like, when people were saying that this is somebody that is targeting Savannah because of Epstein, I didn't believe that to be the case. But now I'm starting to believe the conspiracy theorists that are like, this is a psyop to distract us from the Epstein case. Now I'm starting to think maybe it is. Like, now, like, it's just, it's a little too off for me that I'm like, maybe it is. Maybe it is a psyop. Maybe, like, because the fact that we can go 2 weeks with no update, the most we found is OJ's glove in the house. What? It's just, I am baffled that this is our FBI. And Trump came out and he's just like, listen, the FBI came and they were trying, but there was no cooperation from the local authorities. And I get it, because like, Sheriff Nanos thought that, he was big shit. And I'm like, well, clearly not, because it's been 2 weeks and you still haven't found the old lady. And if you would have just put your bullshit aside, if you would have put your politics aside, if you would have put your ego aside, if you would have put your little 4-inch dick aside, then you could have worked with the FBI and you could have brought this lady home. Bring home Nancy Benet Ramsey. I'm over it. I am over it. Debbie says, I would be on TV every day for an interview like they did in 2020. Exactly. Is this stress test to see what they can get away with without telling us things? Maybe. I don't get it. I mean, now I'm also thinking maybe it's an inside job. Maybe the sheriff's covering for somebody. Maybe the sheriff has information, and the reason he's not turning over evidence is because he's trying to prevent the FBI from actually figuring out this case. If the sheriff was in on it, first of all, if Savannah, I don't even know how Savannah feels. Like, I can't even consider how she feels anymore. Like, is she in shock? Is she angry? Is she in on it? Like, I'm literally at the point where I don't know anything. Wow, Zach, how could you be so insensitive? You know what's insensitive? The fact that there's still a lady missing. That's what's insensitive. It is disrespectful that they have not found that lady and brought her home. Bring home Nancy. Where is Nancy Benet Ramsey? That's like somebody do AI. I don't know how to do AI, but can somebody do AI and put Nancy Benet Ramsey's face on a milk carton? And we're going to circulate that. We're going to put it on Instagram. We're going to do something. That's why the family has gone rogue. They know Nancy has gone to heaven. I mean, I don't see how she comes home alive at this point. And I hate saying that. And I wouldn't have said that on day 1 or day 2 or day 3 or day 4 or day 5. And it was a little sensitive on day 7 and 8 and 9. But we're now on day 13. Like, I'm sorry. F that, Zach. It's not insensitive. F AI. F that milk. It's in the files. Nancy's in the files? Is that? Oh, that's where she's hiding. She's hiding. She's on Epstein Island. Got it. There we go. Nancy Benet Ramsey is currently on Epstein Island. We are on day 13. Exactly. It's crazy. Guys, the insensitive comment was Donna. Yeah, Donna was trolling in the comments. But the thing with Donna is she can't troll as good as I am. Somebody says, what a disrespect to John Benet Ramsey. Oh, I'm sure John Benet is so offended right now. 50 years after her disappearance. Thank you. They are in mourning. I don't know how you just throw, like, again, not trying to judge them, but everything about this, Savannah might be suspecting Annie and slowly dying inside. I would be. That would make sense to me. I don't think the family is a united front. I think the family is divided. I think Savannah posting family photos is to distract the public from thinking that they're divided, but I don't think they're sitting there, on the couch sipping coffee together, going through old family photos. Like, I think that there's some serious tension, and that's why we're not seeing the family as a united front right now. I think there is some real serious tension. Oh my God, Zach, the FBI reposted your video and said, please stop. Did they? Thank you, FBI, for the news alert. I hope the FBI also sent a link and told people to subscribe to No Filter with Zack Peter, because I'm giving the public more updates than they are at this point. I just don't know what to do. Oh, wait, here we go. Matt Finn. Oh, Matt Finn just gave us an exclusive. Okay. It says, breaking. I just did a wide range interview with Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos about a lot of topics. Here are some highlights. Okay. This is from Matt Finn. I'll actually share this on the screen with you so that we can read this together. Nanos tells Fox that his office did not find a glove in Nancy's home. We have no glove. Well, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. We never found a glove on that property. Okay. Well, where did that even start? Who reported that? Nanos claims his office has been using the same contracted private lab for decades, long before he was in office. He says his office started sending the Guthrie evidence to this lab from the start, and that the Guthrie family DNA and other DNA swabs are there too. So it makes sense to keep sending the incoming evidence so that the lab can immediately run for new evidence against what's already in the house. Nanos claims the FBI was on board with this. He says, why split evidence between the private lab and Quantico? We trust the FBI's crime lab. We've used them before, but in this case, we started with that lab. It's just that simple. Nanos claims he's working together well with the FBI. I mean, well, I don't know. From what we're seeing, I don't know how well you guys are working, because you're not figuring anything out. Claims that he would have no reason not to seek their help and partnership. He says that's absolutely crazy that he wouldn't use their partnerships. Really? Because we have a video from 2016 where he's like completely disparaging the FBI, his own words. But okay. Nanos claims that he called the FBI the next working day, the Monday after Nancy went missing. He shoots down claims that he was reluctant to include the FBI and says, for example, they quickly let the FBI take the lead on the ransom notes because the FBI is better with their technology. Really? Then why was it, what was it, yesterday or the day before? Was it Brian Enton or JLR Investigates? One of them was trying to figure out who was in charge, and they were asking the agents who's in charge, and the agents didn't know who was in charge, the sheriff or the FBI. This whole case is a shit show. on the ransom notes and their legitimacy. He says the FBI is the expert on that. He can't comment on that. Okay, we don't need the FBI to determine that they were fake and gay. Okay, they're not real. On whether this is a kidnapping or something else, he says we believe it's a kidnapping. But you always consider they still believe that it's a kidnapping. They believe that Nancy Benet Ramsey has been kidnapped. By who? Why? For Bitcoin? I don't buy it. The sheriff said in local news interview that they found a few different gloves in the area, some miles away. See, you know what would have been great if they would have just gave us all this information before without all the speculation. We didn't need to do all the speculation and the trying to figure it out with no answers. Zack and the public has been hurt by this more than the sheriff and the FBI. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. The sheriff said in a local news interview that they found a few different gloves, some miles apart. On this topic, he told TMZ that they're not necessarily prioritizing every glove. For example, they're getting calls of gloves in Phoenix, a long ways away. So news of every glove that's found may not be critical. Nobody is ever really eliminated when asked if anybody is ruled out. Okay, so that means Annie and Tommaso are not yet fully ruled out. Nanos says that the Rio, Arizona man who was briefly detained the other night is a delivery person who was in the area of Nancy's house more than one issue led sheriff to the Rio man. After talking, the sheriffs feel satisfied with his alibi. Nanos will not confirm to Fox if there was forced entry at Nancy's house or whether the front door or the back door was used. Why? Why? Like, that's not a hard... Is it because you don't know? Or is it because you're hiding something? Nanos says Nancy's blood was found outside her home and Nancy's DNA was recovered inside, but can't confirm the DNA inside is blood. Why? On the criticism, I mean, that's a stupid... Of course, it's her house. Of course, you're going to find her DNA inside. But if there's foul play, then yes, there would be blood. But if not, that's also very telling in terms of, like, was she taken? Was she not taken? Do we think something happened inside the house? Like, that tells me that there was no blood inside, that her DNA was found because, shocker, it's her house. Okay, they got what they needed from the house. On criticism that the sheriff's office released the Nancy Guthrie crime scene house too soon, opened it up too quickly, he says, it's not true. They got what they needed. I asked them if they should have cleaned up the blood on the sanctity, and he said it's not their role. Said it's a slap on the team to say they left too soon. Also say the deputies' cars out in front now are at the request of the family for safety. It's not the safety of who? Who are they trying to protect the safety of? The house? The crime scene? Do they... On allegations that family members are involved, the family has been fully 100% completely whatever we've asked them to do. It was getting crazy out there with allegations about the family. You can't accuse people of horrific crime like that and not have any facts behind it. But in the same interview, he does say that no one is ever ruled out as of today. Nanos talked to Savannah Guthrie. He says that they've talked and texted, but she doesn't need to talk to the sheriff. She has people. The whole family has a number. What? On reports, it sounds like they're not even looking at the family anymore. So do they have a very clear alibi for Annie and Tommaso? Do they have GPS footage? Like, what do they have? Because if they have that, then they can say, we can confidently say that we saw Nancy Guthrie leave Annie's house, get in the car with Tommaso, his Tesla, I don't know what he drives, but his whatever car, and his cell phone pinging. Like, we checked the data points there and he seemed to have dropped her off and came straight home. It's not hard to find with cell phone data and GPS and all of that shit. Like, how have we not cleared him by now? He says, on reports and previous incidents that suggest that Nanos didn't have a good relationship with the FBI, he says, you Google what you Google. You read what you read. I got no responses. Okay, Mr. Rapman. I've always had a good relationship with the FBI. They're a good team. They're good people. Oh, yeah, look at
my other question. So I'll give you another shot, another question. My other question is, I heard the agent say that it was a joint investigation now. At the other press conference, the FBI said they were assisting. Is it joint now? I mean, are both agencies in charge now?
Look, there's no ego here. We in this part of the country, we'll take anybody's help. It's not about, it's not about who's in charge. From day one, when we contacted the FBI, they were that gracious to say, whatever you need, whatever you need. And so that's really it. And they're great partners, just as my other local law enforcement brethren. I didn't even have to ask. That's what's really amazing. I haven't had to call anybody. They've called me. Sheriff, what do you need?
Okay. So then where are all these rumors coming from that the FBI and the sheriff's office are not working together? Something is off about all of this, and I'm tired of it. The pacemaker tells me her heart wasn't beating efficiently and needed some support. Yeah. So it isn't the FBI, it is you, Sheriff? I don't know. FBI got the footage off of the camera that Nanos could not do. Yeah. He just said that he called the FBI in this interview, which contradicted. Yeah. Yeah. He's deflecting and not answering the question. Yeah. I don't think they have much. Zach, we are listening to you in the car. Hi, Molly. Oh, my goodness. What a time. What a time to be alive. Okay. Well, let's talk about Blake Lively. But before we do that, I did want to give some love because listen, I am deep in my health kick era, and I'm convinced that hydration is the underrated beauty hack, okay? Drip Drop actually makes me feel sharper, calmer, and yes, prettier too. It's giving science-backed glow up, and I am here for it. Drip Drop is a doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and your mind work better, which is exactly what 2026 you needs. Think clear focus, better energy, elevated mood, even that fresh skin glow. It uses a precise ratio of electrolytes and glucose for rapid absorption, delivering 3 times the electrolytes and half the sugar of leading sports drinks. So you feel the results faster without the sugar crash. Okay. And honestly, it tastes amazing. There are 16 original flavors, 8 zero sugar options, and it fits seamlessly into my routine. Waking up first thing in the morning, rehydrating after the gym, maybe a little midday slump, pick me up. Listen, Drip Drop keeps me hydrated. It keeps me going. It keeps me feeling fueled. To make it easy, Drip Drop has flexible subscription options, so you're never stuck without proven fast hydration. Right now, Drip Drop is offering podcast listeners 20% off your first order. Go to dripdrop.com and use the promo code NOFILTER. That's dripdrop.com, promo code NOFILTER for 20% off. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code NOFILTER. Okay? Get it. Use that promo code no filter. No filter. But also, listen, the number one question that plagues a lot of us is what's for dinner, right? And listen, sometimes we don't always have time to cook. Factor makes healthy eating easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs. So eat well without the planning or the cooking. Quality. Functional ingredients, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, and healthy fats. No refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, no refined seed oils. Yuck. Meals that fit your goals and fit your schedule. Healthier eating, calorie management, more protein, whatever your goals are, Factor is here to help you meet them because they have different options that include high protein, calorie smart, Mediterranean diet, GLP-1 support. They also have a new Muscle Pro. I have to try the Muscle Pro. I've been on the high protein. I'm looking forward to trying the Muscle Pro. It's always fresh, never frozen, ready in about 2 minutes. No prep, no stress. Head on over to factormeals.com/nofilter50 off and use promo code nofilter50 off. That's nofilter50 off to get 50% off and free breakfast for a year. Eat like a pro this month with Factor. New subscribers only, varies by plan. 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year while subscription is valid. Okay. Shall we talk about Blake Lively? So Blake, she obviously, we know they had settlement negotiations, right? The other day. And within those settlement negotiations, this report came out by TMZ, or no, sorry, not by TMZ, by Page Six, where it says that Blake Lively had her driver bring her Mahjong. She had him, her chauffeur. And I'm wondering, is this the same chauffeur that claimed, that Justin Baldoni was saying creepy things in the back seat? So 6 hours, okay? 6 hours in mediation. And it appears throughout that 6 hours, Blake Lively wanted to play Mahjong. How this even became a pot? Like, is Mahjong the new pickleball? Remember, everybody was all over the pickleball draw, and everyone's like, pickleball, pickleball, pickleball. Well, it seems like Mahjong is the new pickleball. And apparently this particular set is quite pricey, and that these sets sell up to $500. Is what Page Six is reporting. So it says, by 11 a.m., TMZ writes, we hear that Lively, likely doing some waiting while the judge was going back and forth between her team and Baldoni's, had grown weary of the wheels of justice turning slowly and called for her divisions. We're told that her driver showed up to the door of the Daniel Patrick Moynihan courthouse with the centuries-old Chinese tile game in hand. Lively has talked about her previously, about her Mahjong habit. In December, she told Vogue, I have been teaching friends how to play Mahjong, though I need to say I'm not a certified teacher. You are a certified bitch. No, just kidding. So yeah, Blake Lively. So all this time, while they're spending 6 hours trying to negotiate something, she was playing Mahjong. This is so silly. Whatever happened to games on your phone, right? Well, because she's sophisticated. She's better than that. She doesn't play Angry Birds. She plays Mahjong. She's cultured. I just can't. Trish says, I play it on my computer for free. LOL. I played it way before it was popular. I was Mahjong when Mahjong wasn't cool. Come sit on Mahjong, bitch. It's trendy in the city at the moment. Mahjong, she continues to worry about trending. It's just dumb. I'm so over it. I'm so over her. I cannot wait for this trial to be over. I don't know what's longer at this point. Blake Lively's lawsuit or Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. Because all of it's a bit much, guys. I'm dying. I'm losing it. Donna plays Mahjong. I know, she said that she plays Mahjong, which is so interessante. So yeah. We'll see. But I thought we would have found Nancy Guthrie by now. Or I thought Blake Lively would have folded by now. Zach needs a vacation. I do need a vacation. I really do. Because I'm over it. I am so over it. So I've even been just doing my own my own skits. Oh, happening now. Sheriff and the pool guy is out back of Nancy Guthrie's house. For what? Is she in the backyard this whole time? I don't understand why they keep going back. In a strange development, the pool cleaners are in Nancy Guthrie's backyard cleaning her pool. Is that standard when you have a missing lady for 2 weeks and your priority is to, within 24 hours, open up the crime scene and let the pool guys come and clean the pool? I don't know. Is it possible that there's even DNA in the pool? I don't know. All of it, I don't know. Go have some fun and get out of town, Zach. Well, I am getting out of town this weekend. I'm going to Vegas on Sunday, but it's not for fun. It's for a funeral. So Daddy Sleuth is tired, you guys. Daddy Sleuth is tired. But yeah, unfortunately, my uncle passed away and we are going to be with my family. We have family that lives out in Vegas, out in Nevada. So we're going to go to the services on Sunday. So I am getting a trip. Everyone's saying, get out of town, Zach. There you go. I'm getting out of town. It's just listen, it's a 45-minute flight. So I'm going in and out just for the services. What happened to the house within the house? Nobody knows. Don't know. You did great on Fox. Oh, thank you. Yes, I was on Fox yesterday, which the clip is now on YouTube and on Instagram. So follow me at Zack Peter on Instagram. And then not only that, but oh snap. Not only that, but sorry, my brain completely. I'm on CBS News Colorado today. We filmed it yesterday. I thought it was a live segment, but it's not live, but it will be airing today. So if you are in Colorado, then definitely be sure to tune in. Dun, dun, dun. Tune in. Show some love in the club. And you know what? I wonder if it might not let me play this. Because I was wondering if I should just give you guys like a little sneaky picky. Because this Sunday, we are officially releasing the tour tapes. So this Sunday, you can officially watch the tour tapes, episode 1, the premiere episode. I wonder if it'll, you guys, I think it's actually going to let me play this. So actually, why don't I'm going to play the tour tapes. This is the first, so I have my new docuseries, 6 episodes. We filmed the behind the scenes of the Zactivated tour last summer. And so this is episode 1. This isn't the full episode. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. You're going to get to see the first 15 minutes of the tour tapes that I'm going to share for you right now. And then be sure to tune in. Be sure to subscribe. It'll be available on YouTube and on Spotify. So be sure to tune in and watch the tour tapes. Episode 1 will be airing this Sunday, and the new episodes will be airing every Sunday here on No Filter with Zack Peter. It's called Zack Peter, the tour tapes. Let's get it. Let's settle. Good job, buddy. Come. Okay. Yes. Okay, we're not doing this right now. Good boy. Okay, stay. Look, see? I'm going to talk into the camera and you're going to behave, right? Good deal? Give me a kiss. Yes, delicious. We're talking to the camera. We're doing all the things. And when I am talking on YouTube, normally we're good boys, right? We pay attention, we relax, look at that. And then they've settled down, just like I knew that they would. Okay, from the top, let's take it. Hi, I'm Zack Peter, and welcome to the Zactivated Tour. Well, I guess people most know me for my podcast, which is No Filter with Zack Peter, which I started 10 years ago, back in 2015. I guess at this point, it's almost 11 years ago, which is crazy to think that I've had the podcast for this long. I was doing stand-up at the time, and I was trying to figure out, I knew I wanted to be in entertainment, and there was this teeny tiny little podcast studio out in the Valley, and they were trying to build up their roster of talent. They had a lot of other stand-up comedians that were there. And I remember at the time, they were like, you should give this a try. We have this guy, his name is Joe Rogan. He just started a podcast here and it's starting to gain some popularity. And I was like, Joe Rogan, the guy from Fear Factor, nobody's gonna give a shit about that. And they convinced me to just give it a try. I remember his name was Mike Casentini, and he told me, if most people don't make it past the first 20 episodes. And if you can make it past 20 episodes, then you've got something. And most people then don't make it to 100 episodes. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it to 20, I'm gonna make it to 100, and if it doesn't go anywhere from there, then I'll reconsider. But little by little, I learned, I navigated, and I continue to build No Filter into what it is today, which has launched into product and wine and merch, and we've toured, and I've gotten to travel all around the country, getting to meet people, getting to meet the Zack Pack, which is just this incredible community that I've built over this last 10 years. So this is my 10-year anniversary tour. I've been doing the podcast for 10 years. I didn't think that this would be a thing 10 years ago, and the fact that I'm still in the game, the fact that every year the show continues to grow and there are just new pieces of this ever-evolving brand that I'm building, I want to celebrate that. I want to look back at all of the 10 years that brought me to this point and go back to the cities that were of significance over the last 10 years of my life. So I want to celebrate this very important milestone. Most people can't even make it 6 months in the podcasting game, and I've been able to do it successfully and continue to grow for 10 years. So that deserves a toast. And instead of a toast, we're doing a tour. And I just figured when you have a brand that's called No Filter, why not bring people behind the scenes and really give you the full all access pass? So now I'm letting you into my personal life, behind closed doors, the drama, the excitement, the good moments, the bad moments. Like, I always give you the tea, and now I'm opening up the tea to my own life. Dallas, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
I know, I already got the check-in email saying time to check into your flight to Phoenix. And I was like, we just landed.
You're like, hi, thanks.
So I just landed in Dallas, and I am with my manager, David. And David is kind of like my right-hand man. Like, whatever, I don't know like how my days operate because David has managed and put it in my calendar. So David oversees all of my deals. He oversees all of my calendar. He obviously helped put this tour together, which is really nice because normally all of the tours in the past I've done myself. And now we have a really great team in place that's helping me put this tour together. And David is instrumental to not just this tour, but to the overall business. Blake Lively sent out a bunch of subpoenas to content creators from the whole Blake versus Baldoni drama. But there was another one that went out yesterday to all the content creators, and it's uncertain if it's real or if it's like a scam because it came via, like, Google got subpoenaed, and now Google's contacting everybody saying, your data has been requested, but it's coming from Google, so nobody knows if it's like Gmail, Google Drive, YouTube, like to get our analytics and our ad rev or whatever. But so apparently, look, Andy actually called her office and filmed it. So I think one of the stories that helped really blow up the podcast is this Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni legal saga. The second that the New York Times article hit, and I feel like there were shockwaves all throughout Hollywood about what the heck went on the set of It Ends With Us. And I honestly didn't care about the story. I've heard stories about Blake Lively for years, and I've always heard that she was difficult to work with. Had no idea who Justin Baldoni was, and honestly, didn't really care. But once the New York Times article hit and Blake Lively made her allegations against Justin, I ended up getting hooked, mostly through my friend Donna Bowling. And I decided to start covering the story because I was reading the New York Times article and I started to sense some red flags in her story. And I was like, something about this feels off. So I was one of the very few people that came out on the internet and was questioning her story while everybody else was like, hashtag believe Blake, hashtag Blake Lives Matter, hashtag, Me Too, fight for women. Like, everybody was just blindly believing Blake. And I was like reading this story and knowing the legal stories that I've covered in the past and the scandals that I've covered in the past, there were a lot of red flags with this one. So I decided to cover it. And little did we all know this story was gonna blow up to what it's become now. So much so that now so many of my friends that are also creators on the internet, we're now all starting to get pulled into this legal saga, whether we've been subpoenaed or we've come up in the court documents. Like, it's wild. Never in a million years would I have thought that I would be named in discovery in a court case regarding Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds and this dude Justin Baldoni. So now Blake Lively has decided to subpoena content creators because she thinks that there's this smear campaign against her. And I mean, little is she gonna find out, there's nothing but an organic disdain for her.
Who's it?
So Andy's gonna be in the show on Sunday.
How can I help you?
Yeah, sorry, I just keep getting a bunch of voicemails. My name is Andy Singer. I'm on a recorded line just trying to get on the record whether I was subpoenaed via Google by you guys. There's a lot of creators. We're all just trying to understand if this is real or if it's not. Is there any way for you to help me get someone in the office to go on record to let us know that we are, whether these subpoenas are real, or particularly just mine, if that's all you can tell me.
Just Andy's.
So one of my good friends that I've become close with through this whole Blake Lively Baldoni legal saga, his name is Andy Signor. He has a YouTube channel called Popcorned Planet. And we met not just through our coverage, but he was producing a documentary about It Ends With Us, Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, like all this legal drama. And he actually asked me to be in the documentary. He came out to Los Angeles, and so I got to film because I was one of the popular voices that was gaining momentum while covering this case. And so because he was creating this documentary, Blake decided to subpoena him directly through his YouTube channel and for this documentary footage because she wanted access to whatever information he was able to dig up and share.
I just want to make sure they were positive because I obviously don't want to miss a legal notice, you know what I mean? And Google's not able to confirm it either. It's all very strange to me. Is there someone you can help me sort of escalate that? It's been a day now, and I want to ensure that we get it to you know?
Yeah, we were just told to take a message until everything was figured out.
How hard is it to figure out?
I
think it's fake.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on, so I'm not too
But
sure,
if it's
to be
fake,
honest.
then you call
So
legal and
she's
you're
unaware
like,
of
is this
herself.
real? And they're like, no, this is not real.
Now, the reason this is so key is because he has sources that were crew members on the set of It Ends With Us that came on the record but wanted to stay anonymous. So they were sharing their details, but their voices or their faces were disguised so that you couldn't actually tell who they were. And it was to protect their anonymity because obviously they don't want to get blacklisted in Hollywood by Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. So she's decided to subpoena Andy. She wants information with who he may have been in contact with, and presumably wants to gain access to what crew members may potentially be in this documentary as well.
So this is her attorney's office.
Right.
They don't know. How, but you would know. Her attorney's
the
name is
reception,
on.
though.
No, I know, but it's if the reception, if somebody at Slash called and was like, hey, David, do you know if, I don't know, Zach has a sex tape that he posted on X.
I'm gonna be like,
You
no
would be
comment.
But you would have an answer.
Right. Or well, like someone reached out and they were like, do you represent Zack Peter? And I said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It's an easy answer. Ezra Hudson knows if she issued the subpoena or not.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy the fact that like this is all done and now all of a sudden these subpoenas are coming out of left field.
Well, she still has her case that she's trying to prove that Justin Baldoni is fueling this harassment retaliation campaign against her. And so she's trying to say that we're all covering her because we want to help him retaliate against her for speaking out against sexual harassment, which is the stupidest thing.
But that's also the argument too. Then you can say when the New York Times tried to do their slam piece and all of that because they reached out.
Yeah. It's just, it really is insane to me that she's taking it this far. I think if this is real, she's doing it to intimidate people because like the number, if you look at the group thread with all of us on it, like we're called the Nordstrom Avengers because we're not the real Avengers.
Ridiculous.
Like Nordstrom Rack. But like it's been nonstop with everybody just trying to figure out if it's real, if it's not real. Some people are freaking out because they're just like, I don't have money to pay. One girl has a farm and she's like, am I gonna lose my farm? And I was like, you're not gonna lose your farm. I'm just like, subpoena me, bitch.
Blake has not subpoenaed me yet. There were rumblings on Reddit that I may have been subpoenaed. As of this moment, I have yet to receive a subpoena. I'm kind of thanking my lucky stars. I have not been subpoenaed. I have ended up in Discovery. There were text messages with Justin Baldoni's team that showed that they do watch my videos and they are fans of my videos. So that's kind of nice. But as of right now, I have not officially been subpoenaed or dragged into this legal saga yet.
So all of my DMs and for the last 48 hours, everybody keeps asking me what's up with the Pop Report because we haven't released a new episode last week or this week. And then I went to go look.
Did Andy post something?
He took it out of his bio.
So the Pop Report is another podcast that I started in 2024 with my friend Andy Lawani. The Pop Report is, I guess, on pause at the moment. Andy called me right before I was about to leave for Dallas and just told me that he had gotten a new job and his time was not as, he wasn't able to dedicate as much of his time to the show as he thought. And maybe the show wasn't as fulfilling as he thought it was going to be. And just kind of, was expressing that I'm in a different place and he's in a different place from when we started the show. And maybe we should decide to walk away from the show. And now, I've been through this time and time again. I went through it with the Adulting podcast. I went through it with Adam. I've had these conversations in the past, so I knew what this conversation was, and it was basically him saying he didn't want to continue doing the show.
Like, he's done. But the thing is, he can just so easily take it out of his bio and, be done. But, I'm the one that's left answering all the questions.
Stuff, right?
And I don't even know what's happening because I didn't make the decision to pull the plug on the show.
Right.
And it's just and the craziest part is the last episode that we did, he was just hyping about, we hit 100 episodes and we're doing it a year and we just moved into a new studio. And it was this big hype. So everybody was excited thinking oh, the show's not going to be on pause. Zack's going to go on tour, but we're still going to film as much as we're still going to tape the podcast, even if I have to tape it remotely. Cause I'm still taping no filter the entire time, pre-taping when I have to, but and he's just totally fine. Yeah. And and it's annoying because then if I don't respond to there was one guy and he was so what's the
situation?
He's so is the pop report coming back? And I didn't answer him. And then he's is something going on? Yeah. See, is the pop report on pause? I didn't respond. Is something going on? LOL. Okay, enjoy the tour. They're putting the pieces together, but the annoying part for me is
it comes back on you.
It comes back on me, and it just feels like it's another failed project, another failed friendship that gets tossed onto me. I'm the one that always has these fallouts with people, but it's I'm willing to still work through the show. I don't even understand why the show's not even moving forward.
The interesting thing is, because we didn't actually do a final episode, or we haven't addressed this on the podcast, and we were leading people to believe that the show was going to continue even while I was on tour, because that was my plan, was to continue taping the show while on tour. And now there wasn't a new episode this week. We normally release twice a week. So because there weren't any new episodes this week, people are starting to ask questions. And so my DMs have started getting flooded with people wanting to know, is the pop report on break? What's going on with the pop report? And so I've kind of been avoiding answering any of those questions because I don't really have answers to those questions yet. Right now, my headspace is fully focused on the tour and trying to get through this tour, and I don't know what's gonna happen with the pop report. All right, that's your first exclusive look at the tour tapes. This is episode 1. That was your sneak peek. That was an extended sneak peek, 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes of episode 1, which will be streaming here on YouTube and on Spotify this Sunday. So be sure to watch, subscribe, do all the things. The Pop Report drama will continue to unfold in the episodes. The Subpoena drama is going to continue to unfold in the episodes. So every Sunday, 6 episodes, every Sunday, you will get a new episode of the tour tapes. So be sure to tune in, subscribe, do all the things, support. I mean, it was a labor of love putting this show together. I put my heart out. I share so much. I'm very vulnerable throughout the process. There were lots of questions and there was lots of tea that people wanted. And I made sure we filmed everything. Not everything ultimately made the final cut, but all of the questions that you had last summer, I will tell you, do get answered. And I am honest and transparent and vulnerable through the entire process. So, and you'll continue to see Subpoena Gate with Blake Lively continue to unfold. That's a wild story that, all of my friends who are on the different tour stops with me, they were all getting subpoenaed along the way. So it was crazy. But yeah, you do get the, at least some real time tea on the Pop Report drama. I did get wind last night that I think he's starting a new podcast. Listen, Mazel Tov, more power to anybody that wants to try and make it in this game. It is not easy. I have done it for coming up on 11 years. It'll be 11 years come April. Last summer's tour was to celebrate 10 years. And so I'm now coming up on 11 years. Loverboy Draco says, so excited for the release. I'm a relatively new listener and I'm excited to watch and listen to your story further. You're one of the best pop culture commentators I've come across. Thank you, Draco. Also, we need to do some shout outs because people have been dropping some live chats. Let's see. Go Maddie says, in her super chat, she says, Zach, did you see the Amazon guy deliver Nancy a package? They let him get to the doorstep. No yellow tape. Crazy. Or not. Okay. There was the Amazon delivery guy. There was the pizza delivery man the other day. And then I think yesterday, maybe the day before, it feels like one big, Nancy Benet Ramsey blur of a timeline. But there was one lady, she walked straight up to the porch with her dog. And something about I just wanted to give you guys an update that it wasn't me, and something about her car or something. And what? First of all, that's suspicious that you have to walk all the way up to be like, hey, guys, I'm just letting you know, I live down the street. I didn't take the lady. Just letting you know. Just want you to know. It was so weird. Nonyak says, what was the name of the hubby of the crazy PR agent for Baldoni? Her husband is a big Hollywood wig. Curious if they're in the Epstein. I don't know. Not Nancy. Stephanie Jones. I don't remember her husband's name, though. I don't know her husband's name, actually. Hi, Simi. B Weeks 3679 says, Zach, Justin Baldoni has, we covered this story the other day on the show, my love. Listed his house. He's moving to Tennessee. Yep, his house is, his Ojai home is now up for sale for $8.9 million. We reviewed it on the show the other day, and we actually went through photos from the home. It's a gorgeous, serene home. So sad that he had to give it up. He got doxxed. Blake Lively doxed his address, and they had to leave. The sleuths are gonna find him. Yeah, I'm sure the sleuths will find him. Yes, you can also watch if you want to watch. So all of the tour tapes, I gave early access to people that are members on Supercast. So if you liked that sneak peek and you don't want to wait until Sunday, and you don't want to wait for weekly drops on Sundays here on No Filter, you can also sign up for No Filter All Access, and all 6 episodes are available on Supercast right now. So lots of members. I saw Jennifer was leaving comments. There were a few people that have dropped some comments here. Let me mention them and give them some love in the club because they were, I saw that they were Amy Shepard, Jennifer Vaughn, Laura Hart, Lynette Corolla. Bunch of people have been coming in and leaving comments and saying that they're enjoying the tour tapes, or they're, so like I said, you're going to see me and Donna, you're going to see me and Stu. There's a lot of fun. Francis Rhodes says, this was amazing. You should be proud of all the wonderful things that you've done. Your Zach Pack loves you. Thank you for letting us see behind the scenes. It was so fun to watch. That was her in response to the final episode that'll be airing in a couple of weeks. But episode 1 of the tour tapes will be streaming this Sunday. Zach and Donna, I discovered you guys due to Andy Signor. I stopped watching him due to how many times he takes the Lord's name. Listen, Andy's got a big personality, right? I mean, listen, I say some crazy things too, but we do our best. We put out good content, and we're out here giving you guys our all. And it's a very brave thing to put your name and your face on the internet these days, because it comes with beatings from people all around the world. How is she ordering from Amazon after being missing for 11 days? She's been missing for 13 days, my love. 13 days. Yeah, I don't know how she's ordering Amazon and ordering pizza. Is she just sitting there with her kidnappers and she's on her phone and she's like, oh, I want to be. I'm telling you, she's probably she's under the bed. She's under the bed ordering pizza and Amazon Prime, and she's just listening to music. She's like, I think we're alone now. It doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. And she's just bopping. She doesn't even realize she's missing. She's just she's on a digital detox. But yeah. All right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Tune into the tour tapes that is streaming this Sunday here on No Filter. It's called Zack Peter, the tour tapes. Episode 1 premieres this Sunday. You can watch it on YouTube and on Spotify. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will talk to you guys again come Monday. All right. Ciao for now. And if you have any tips on Nancy Benet Ramsey, be sure to send them into the FBI. Let's find this lady so we can get some closure and some peace. All right. Ciao for now, guys. Bye.